Welcome to Mexico City, a place where history, myth, and mystery collide on every street corner. This is not just the capital of Mexico, it is a city built on layers upon layers of civilizations, from the mighty Aztecs to the Spanish conquerors to the bustling metropolis of today. And while most visitors come for the food, the colors, the museums, and the pyramids nearby, what if I told you that Mexico City also hides some of the weirdest, most unbelievable legends you will ever hear? Let's begin in the very heart of the city, at the Plaza de la Constitución, better known as the Zocalo. This massive square has seen empires rise and fall. But beneath its stones lies the Templo Mayor, the great temple of the Aztecs. It was here that sacrifices were carried out, offerings made to the gods, and where blood was spilled to keep the sun rising. Some say that at night, if you stand quietly near the ruins, you can still hear the faint drumbeats of rituals long past. One of Mexico City's most famous legends is La Llorona, the Weeping Woman. The story tells of a woman who drowned her children in despair and now roams the earth crying for them. Her spirit is said to wander along rivers and lakes, but in Mexico City, many claim to have seen her along the canals of Xochimilco. Imagine gliding in one of those colorful trajineras under the moonlight, when suddenly you hear a chilling cry, "Ay, mis hijos, oh, my children." Locals believe hearing her wail is a warning of misfortune. But La Llorona is not the only ghost said to wander Mexico City. The colonial streets of the historic center are filled with tales of duels, murders, and restless spirits. Take, for example, the Callejón del Diablo, the Alley of the Devil. This narrow passageway, tucked between old buildings, was said to be a meeting place for those who struck bargains with the devil himself. People claim to hear laughter, whispers, even see a shadow with horns slipping into the darkness. Another chilling tale takes us to the Cathedral of Mexico City, one of the largest churches in the Americas. Beneath its massive domes and ornate chapels, there are crypts and chambers where countless dead are buried. Some visitors report sudden drops in temperature, or the sound of chains dragging across the stone floors. One legend speaks of a bell that rings by itself at night, said to be the toll of a condemned soul still trapped within the cathedral walls. But perhaps the strangest and most macabre story comes from a house known as La Casa de las Brujas, the House of the Witches. Located in the Roma neighborhood, this building has a turret that resembles a pointed witch's hat. Stories say that in the early 20th century, a healer known as Pachita lived here. She was said to perform surgeries without instruments, claiming to channel ancient spirits while healing people. Some called her a fraud, others swore she had miraculous powers. And then there is the story of the Calle de la Quemada, the street of the burned woman. According to legend, a beautiful young woman was pursued by many suitors, but she rejected them all. One of them, enraged, threw a burning liquid in her face, leaving her disfigured. Instead of hiding, she embraced her new appearance and dedicated her life to helping others. The street was named in her honor, and people say her spirit still walks there, a symbol of both tragedy and resilience. Mexico City is also a place where pre-Hispanic myths still breathe. The canals of Xochimilco are not only known for their music and celebrations, but also for Isla de las Muñecas, the island of the dolls. Here, hundreds of old dolls hang from trees, their eyes staring blankly, their limbs broken. The story goes that a man named Don Julian began placing dolls to appease the spirit of a drowned girl he believed haunted the island. Another eerie place is the Palacio de Lecumberri, once a prison. Known as the Black Palace, it was infamous for cruelty, corruption, and suffering. Today it houses the National Archives, but workers say they sometimes hear screams echoing through the corridors, as though the walls themselves remember the pain of thousands. And then there's the legend of the monk without a head. In the former monastery of San Francisco, people claim to see the ghost of a headless monk wandering the halls. Some say he was executed for betraying his vows, others that he sacrificed himself during a plague. Whatever the truth, the sight of a robed figure without a face has terrified witnesses for centuries. But not all legends are terrifying. Some are simply bizarre. One of the strangest is the Charro Negro, a mysterious horseman dressed in black who appears at night offering riches to those he meets. The catch? If you accept his gold, your soul belongs to him. People say if you hear the clatter of hooves on empty streets at night, you should look away and never accept what is offered. In Coyoacán, one of the city's most charming neighborhoods, legends abound. This was once home to Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera, but it also hides tales of witches and spirits. Locals whisper about houses where lights flicker even though no one lives inside, or sudden gusts of wind that slam doors in the dead of night. Even today, Coyoacán carries an air of mystery once the sun goes down. And then we come to the legend of Popocatépetl and Iztaccíhuatl, the two great volcanoes near Mexico City. The story tells of a warrior and a princess whose love was doomed by betrayal. The gods turned them into mountains. Popocatépetl still smokes with fury, while Iztaccíhuatl lies eternally in sleep. From the city, you can see their snowy peaks on clear days, reminders that myths are etched into the very landscape. Another unusual legend surrounds the metro of Mexico City. The subway system has endless tunnels stretching beneath the city. Some say strange creatures dwell there, giant rats, ghostly figures, even lost trains that never stop at any station. One story tells of a mysterious train that appears only late at night. Those who board it vanish, never to be seen again. And of course, Mexico City is filled with haunted houses. One of the most chilling is La Moira, a mansion in the San Miguel Chapultepec neighborhood. Abandoned for decades, it became the source of countless stories, neighbors hearing footsteps, windows slamming shut, figures moving in the dark. Some even say it was used for occult rituals. So why do these legends matter? Because they show us that Mexico City is more than just a place of traffic and tacos, of museums and markets. It is a city alive with myths, where every street has a story, every shadow holds a whisper. These legends are not just entertainment, they are part of the identity of the city, shaping the way people see their past and their present. Next time you come to Mexico City, don't just stick to the guidebooks. Visit Xochimilco at night and listen for cries on the water. Walk the Callejón del Diablo and see if you feel the devil's shadow. Stand in the cathedral at dusk and wait for the air to shift. Look at the dolls on Isla de las Muñecas and ask yourself if their eyes just moved. Because this city is not ordinary, it is extraordinary, a living book of myths that continues to write itself every day. And if you're brave enough to explore it, you'll find that Mexico City's weirdest legends are not just stories, they're experiences. They are the heartbeat of a city where the line between reality and the supernatural is always thin.